Hi folks, 19th of March, back on the wheel, back on the healing wheel. Oh man, I tell you, I need it. Do you need it? 14 ounces of clay, 14 ounces of clay. I'm going to make some small bowls for trimming. I've not been in the studio for a while and I'm just easing back into doing something easy. Maybe you're in that same position, in which case take heart, don't fear. Just get out there and start making. It'll all come back to you, don't worry. Yeah, we've got a workshop this weekend, 22nd and 23rd, so just trying to get my game together, if you know what I mean. Yeah, so this is a reclaimed clay. I generally find that if I haven't made any pots for a while, and I haven't made any pots for some time partly because I had an issue with my finger, which is kind of partly resolved but not completely, and I just thought, that's it, I can't wait around anymore. I've got to get out there, whether my finger is 100% or not. So far it doesn't actually seem to be affecting me, so it's good. Yeah, getting through the winter, you know, is like a psychological thing, isn't it? And you come out the other side and you wonder, have I got what it takes? Well, if you feel like that, don't panic. I'm feeling like it, just so you know. Okay, so I'm throwing these about not quite 6 inches wide. I'm partially trimming the foot like this, you see, with my throwing stick. But they will be trimmed when they're leather hard, you see. Yeah, just fancied something easy to do to sort of ease my way back into the nature of things, you know. So I'm lifting it off. Now learn to lift off your pots using your fingers. Avoid these crutches that you can buy. Avoid the crutches of whatever they call them, those centering devices that sit on the wheel and they got those kind of legs that come up. If you use one of those, you'll never learn how to lift a pot off the wheel. You know, you're gonna be depriving yourself of that privilege. So put away the crutches, learn how to lift off. It's pretty easy. Pretty easy. I'm not throwing these to a gauge, I'm just measuring them, you know, with my rule here. Because I'm just sort of like throwing half a dozen or so. So I didn't think it was worth setting a gauge, but you could set a gauge, of course, you know. The thing about making bowls that you want to concentrate on is making sure that the inside you've got a nice uninterrupted curve, you know. You don't want to have a ridgy bottom. You don't want a ridgy bottom. You don't want corners. You don't want corners in the bottom of your bowl. We'll just do one more. Here's a little practice thing for you if you want to try. See if you can center a lump of clay with one hand. Once you get the hang of centering, you see, you'll be able to center a lump of clay easily with just one hand. It's not really a brute force exercise, you see. If you can see that is centered now. Yeah, I like to lift up the clay a little bit before I center down, which it kind of helps the clay to be more, I find, to be like more submissive, if you know what I mean. Not rebellious, you know, sometimes the clay just, you feel like it's just not playing the game. And so I find by coning up and then centering down, you render the clay much more obedient. Now you shouldn't need to have to do that like some people say to me, Simon, how many times should I do that? Should I do it 2 times or 3 times? No, once. Once is enough. If you do it right, you do it once. It's just that you haven't got time to fart around, pardon my French, on every pot, doing it 2 or 3 times, because you know you're not going to get made your quota, you know. It's just the facts of the matter. So yeah, just do it one time and do it well, and that will be good for you. Now, I'm not suggesting you do that instead of wedging or kneading your clay. Make sure you wedge and knead your clay properly. You know the saying, good clay well wedged and kneaded is the foundation of any good pot. If you cut corners in the wedging, kneading process, you will pay for it later with a lump of clay that just goes everywhere you don't want it to. Okay, so take your twisted cut-off wire. Now that's one of the secrets to cutting, to lifting a pot off the wheel with your bare hands. With your bare hands, instead of one of those little square little batty things that you have to lever off like this, and you know, that's another waste of time. It's another crutch, okay? I hope you're listening out there. It's another crutch. And it involves a lot of extra work. And all it is money in the pockets of these people who come up with these little clever inventions, which are absolutely a waste of time, really. Sorry, I'm having... Simon, you're talking a bit rough to us there. We're not used to it. Well, anyway, yeah, learn to lift off. Use a twisted cut-off wire, okay? Why a twisted cut-off wire? Because that introduces air underneath the pot, which breaks the suction. And then make sure that the outside of your pot is not slippery, and use a towel and dry your hands, and get underneath it and just lift it. You'll be okay. All right, that's it for today, folks. I'll see you in the next video. Join us for a workshop here. Keep practicing workshop. The dates are on my website. Check them out. SimonLeachPottery.com. And write to me and come to Millheim here and have a good weekend. Okay? Thanks for watching. Take care and God bless.